I guess this is another buck knife video that you've been waiting for. So this is my buck 112. Looks nice, right? Napkin here. I'm just going to show you how I polish it first, how it looks after it's been polished, what you can use, and then I'm going to give it a brushed finish afterwards. So really, you don't need anything expensive. Just go to Walmart, get you one of these scratch doctors, and like all those other fancy tools like pads and whatnot help, but they aren't mandatory. So next time you're at McDonald's, you're a little excited. Shook this up before we used it. A little excited. Damn, I'm glad I got napkins. Well now. We'll use this to our advantage. Just fold that over. Let that sop in. And take the excess that's on my hands and just rub it everywhere real quick. Oh, everywhere. Nickel silver. This shouldn't really, like this was an accident. I'm gonna go get this off my hands. But more or less, I want it to have a little bit more finesse. But I guess we'll take care of that problem in the future. So just take your napkin and you work it in. You take a dry part of the napkin and you work it in some more. And you take the damp spot, with the rubbing compound. Go in one direction. I like one direction because it kind of makes, even when it's a polish, it kind of refracts the light in two directions. So that's that glare everybody's used to seeing. It's kind of just more refined. Okay, take the excess off. Here's the patinaed side. Patina. Polish. All kinds of birds frolicking behind us here that it sounds like they used to creep me out. It sounds like footsteps in the woods. Still got some on my hands. After I'm done with this, I'm just going to take this to the kitchen sink and wipe it down with a sponge. Get all this compound out of the grooves. And I'll just take the compressor to it. There we go. You hear that siren in the background? My wife calls them squads. She's from Ohio. I just said it's an ambulance. Ambulance. You can kind of tell the difference between a patrol car and an ambulance, so we just call it for what it is in Illinois. That's an ambulance. That's a cop. That's a fire truck. Some, I guess in Ohio they just call them squads. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not privy to the slang completely yet. Still being I married into that culture, you know. So you see, I guess we got off camera a little bit. But we polish her up. It's pretty chill, pretty easy. And that's all you really have to do. You can do the same thing to your handle scales, but just put a nice little bit of like denatured coconut oil on the scales if you decide to buff them out, because when you're buffing out wood, even though they do treat them, like I know that some crafters, like pens, they'll use like cactus juice just to kind of petrify the wood. Basically a resin infusion. And even if you do that a little bit, you're still going to expose it to some grain. So go ahead and drop a bit of denatured coconut oil on it. Won't hurt. But as for I'm just going to do this. Sounds like someone really fucked up in my neighborhood. I guess when we stay in Chicago, like we hear a lot of squads like that. See, I'm saying now. I've been with my wife 10 years. But yeah, when you hear a lot of squad, you just say like, oh shit, somebody fucked up. Just keeping it real. I go in one direction with these. I don't go too crazy, but this is brass. And I'm kind of just not hoping to go too deep. I don't want to use a steel one just because it makes really deep scratches. But I kind of want to make some scratches that are fairly pronounced. So once I got that going on, I'll take some like 4/0 steel wool or one of these pads, these buffing pads, and just, to be honest, I just go on my knee. Get the top front bolsters first. I can control the direction. I try to get that the handle scale a little involved so that it doesn't like, I doubt it's going to take off much material, but I try to keep it as symmetrical as possible just so that transition is maintained. So I'm just ensure one direction. And what I'm doing with that is I'm buffing it out a little bit, and I'm also blending those deeper scratches. Because that's what the deeper scratches kind of look like after it's been polished. Here. After it's been buffed out. Before. After. I just did a little bit of a camera angle transition, mic transition too. So after I've gotten all 4 sides, basically top bolsters, 1, 2, 3, 4, I like to blend it. because I like to get the handle skills involved too. I might actually modify this one. If you're curious to see the process to get this particular finish, it's a brushed finish, but it's a modified brushed finish. I just went over it in depth, and like the modest tools I use to cheat code, that's the final step.